Good afternoon. I'm Piers Corbin from Weather Action Long Range Weather Forecasters, and I'm an astrophysicist, and we do long range forecasting using predictable aspects of particle and magnetic effects from the sun. We are a small, innovative research and forecasting organisation and receive no public funds, which is why we have to sell things, and we urge anyone interested in our work to buy or even contribute to our research, and you would be suitably acknowledged and invited to very interesting meetings coming up, one of which is going to be on October the 28th this year. So what we're going to announce for free now is interesting storm developments that are going to happen in September in the Atlantic region, including the British Isles and Scandinavia, which is affected by Atlantic developments. In terms of, first of all, around Scandinavia, we're expecting there's a possibility of some quite extreme heavy rain in southeast Scandinavia, like southern Norway, maybe Denmark, maybe western Sweden, but certainly southern Norway. However, there's an interesting possible veto of this due to some lunar effect. So this is an experimental forecast that there will be some deluges then in the period 1st to 5th of September, quite a long period. If they do happen, it's going to make some forecasts for that area in future quite easy to do. If they don't happen, we know what's going on and we can still do the forecast quite easily, but by a slightly different route. Now that event is possibly related to stuff which is coming in from the Atlantic, and we had a very successful forecast the end of August, 26th of August, for a big hit from the Atlantic involving tropical air. So these developments we're talking about here, which are preceded by developments in Britain, are important and Atlantic related. Specifically in the Atlantic, there will be some formations of tropical depressions or tropical storms around the 2nd to 4th of September, and also around the 7th to 9th of September. And those may later give further influences in Britain. They're happening more or less in parallel with the events just mentioned for Norway. The next tropical storm development, or hurricane even, likely in September, could be two storms around the 22nd or 23rd of September. Again, one of them forming in the Atlantic, and another one probably South Atlantic or Caribbean, and tracking potentially through the Gulf of Mexico into the US of A. And there's going to be another double hit potentially later in the month, which is the 29th to 30th of September. Again, something in the Atlantic, and but more on the African side, towards Africa. And again, one of these possible landfall tracks going into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, we're going to do some more work on the potential intensity of these things, so there will be updates available on the net. But this is the long-range forecast at present for September. We do also have a full long-range forecast for all tropical storm developments in both October and November, which are available commercially. Now, you've noticed there is a late blast, if you like, of tropical storms in the Atlantic, so it's important to know whether or not that is going to continue in October and November. So anyone wants to know more, do get in touch. I'm Piers Corbin at weatheraction.com. Thank you.